Well, the sociologist and psychologist in me made me recognize that sports was one of the most important factors in the development of a child. And it is one of the most active forces of change. Change was possible in the football program at the top, the Premier League, when Tivoli couldn't play Arnett Gardens at Arnett Gardens. Arnett Gardens couldn't play Tivoli at Tivoli. You had to go to camp. And when camp said, well, this is your last year.
There was a peace initiative that was brokered by himself and Omar Davis, where both clubs, Tivoli Gardens, Arnett Gardens, also Boys Town, started to play games at each other's home ground. In the past, we were unable to do that because of political violence.
Omar Davis had just built a stadium in Arnett Gardens, and he said, I'd like you to come and have a game there, and let us give the two sets of young people a chance to play together. We did it. It was a success, a huge success. And from then on, we've been playing both teams in either area, and that became a model for breaking down political barriers. It has also aided young people who are not necessarily on teams, but want to just play, and to keep them off the streets and in trouble. So we have had a lot of activity that has ended up in national teams and benefits for the young people, some of whom are earning money that nobody else in Jamaica is earning.
I believe one of the sporting legacies that Edward Seaga would have left after all these years would have been the PLC. The PLC, I believe, is the single most important thing that has happened in football since the '98 World Cup qualification.
In the earlier days, 2008, we were coming to a point where the whole thing was going to close down because the sponsors' money was being used by the JFF for purposes of their own purposes, bringing teams here to play against their teams, etc. And the league that is to feed into the JFF was soon to crumble. So we set out to find sponsors for the league. And we told the JFF that from henceforward, the league was going to be promoted and had the sponsors. And the JFF would be recognized in a way that we say it is a JFF league. So we'd give them the promotion, but we would require the funding.
The ability for the clubs to feel independent, where they can go out and source their own income, their own revenue, and their own sponsorship. And it's good when 12 people can sit down around a table and decide the direction in which they want to go. And the future augurs well for other sporting activities to follow the lead that the PLC has done, where everything that is done for the PLC is done for the benefit for all participants.
I remember quite a few years ago sitting down with Mr. Seaga at a cricket match at Wolmer's. And I was saying, Mr. Seaga, what does he know about cricket? So I kind of leaned across to him and I said, you know about this game here, Mr. Seaga? And he says, Don, I want to tell you, I used to be the wicketkeeper for the school. I said, like cricket? He said, yes, I played cricket for my school. And in fact, what is not widely known, Mr. Seaga was an all-round sports person, because he played cricket, he played football, and he played hockey for the school. He was also involved in other sports, I believe, such as he was a good shooter and he was a good diver.
Well, my first interaction with Mr. Seaga was in 1983. I was playing Manning Cup at the time, and he was Prime Minister at the time, as a matter of fact, and he was a staunch supporter of the Tivoli Gardens comprehensive team. So I remembered him coming to Sabina Park for that Tivoli St. George's College final, an elder statesman, and he was up in the George Headley in one of those boxes, and you could just see his stoic feature overlooking this Sabina Park. So, I always had that vision in my mind. Later in life, I came to know him some more as the president of Tivoli Gardens, and having played for Boys Town, we always had some exciting encounters with both teams. He's very democratic. A lot of people wouldn't believe that. He always asks fellow directors their opinions in making decisions, and he's always looking out for all the other clubs. He's a true sportsman, a lover of the game, and a real lover of people in general. Edward Seaga is the single most driving force for the success of a lot of the sporting activities down at Tivoli Gardens. From netball to football to basketball, you name it. He's the president of all of these associations, and he's a driving force. He gets the support, he gets the financial backing that can make these teams go out on the court and perform. And that is why they are champions in all of these various sporting activities. So I believe that the blueprint is there for people to say his stewardship over the years has proven healthy, and I believe a lot of people are following him, and he's really an inspiration for a lot of sporting communities throughout Jamaica.